In the beginning of the drama, we are shown the female lead playing the guitar, whose name is Lu-en, and she is giving her performance. Just then, she gets an attack of her disease, because of which she starts feeling sleepy. The hosts sitting in front of her are also watching what happened to her, and she faints and falls right in front of them. But even then, she gets up and says, "I will have its attack again, and I will not be able to pass in this competition." So she says, "Sorry," and leaves from there. And while leaving from there, she thinks, "I have to somehow finish this issue of mine." Just then, going forward, she sees a big poster on which is written about insomnia. And then we are shown our main character, whose name is Song-yeon, and he is the one who is handling this insomnia project. He starts telling them, "Our meeting is going to happen in just some time." We see the boy also has the insomnia disease, and because of not sleeping, there are dark circles under his eyes. Seeing this, his secretary quickly starts doing his makeup so that no one finds out that he also has that same disease, and if someone finds out, he will not get that project. Then he looks at the application forms of all those people who were going to come to his meeting today, but one of them had to be removed. So he puts the papers in the air, from which one page flies up and goes from there. He says, "Their entry will not be in our meeting." And then Lu-en is shown, who is coming there because she had also submitted her form here. But as she starts to enter inside, her own form comes on her face. It was the same paper that was flying up from above. So seeing her form, she thinks, "This was my application form. How did it come here?" Then she thinks, "If my form is not there, then I myself will reach there." As she starts to go, the guard starts stopping her. "You do not have permission to go inside. If you want to go, then show us why you were sent." So she shows her form. So they say, "You have been removed." Then Song-yeon is shown, who is telling everyone about that medicine. And while leaving from the meeting, he also keeps that medicine with him. And outside, Lu-en is still telling the guard, "I have a serious issue, so I have to go inside. I also have to get my treatment done." So they say, "If it is so serious, then you will have to go and talk to the boss." So she asks, "Okay, all right, where is your boss?" So they tell her, "Upstairs, on the topmost floor." And then Song-yeon is shown to us, who is on the rooftop. Standing there, he is thinking about a meeting. In the meeting, those people suspect him. Perhaps he also has the insomnia disease. Now they are not sure, but hearing their talk, his dad also starts suspecting him. Just then, Lu-en reaches the rooftop. She sees there is no one there, just then seeing Song-yeon. There she thinks, "What is he doing here?" Then Song-yeon starts taking his medicine, but the medicine falls down from his hand. He goes downwards to catch it. So seeing this, Lu-en thinks he's about to jump from here. So thinking this, she runs towards him. But just then, Song-yeon catches his medicine. But Lu-en comes and pulls him up and says, "Were you going to commit suicide?" Coming up suddenly, Lu-en also starts to fall, so he catches Lu-en's hand. Because of this, both of them fall on top of each other. Now both are looking at each other so closely. Just then, while looking at each other, both of them fall asleep. And in the morning, Lu-en wakes up. And after sleeping such a peaceful sleep, she remembers, "I had prayed that I sleep well. This is why this happened." Just then, she remembers that there was someone else with me, and she quickly looks at Song-yeon first. So she checks whether he is alive or has died. But upon seeing, she finds out that he is truly alive right now. So then her heart feels relieved. Just then, a call comes on Song-yeon's mobile. She attends his call, so his assistant is on the call. Hearing the girl's voice, he is first shocked, then asks, "Who are you?" So she says, "Whoever I am, quickly come and take this boy from the company's rooftop." So hearing this, he also runs quickly. When Lu-en looks at the time, it was 9 o'clock, so she remembers, "I had to go and meet the doctor." But before leaving, she thinks, what if after waking up he tries to commit suicide again? Thinking this, she ties him with a rope and leaves from there. She is not able to reach the doctor, so she goes and meets Chi-zuo. She starts telling him, "You were supposed to come here at 9 o'clock, right? Why are you so late? You know how difficult it was for me to get an appointment with this doctor?" So she says, "Forgive me. I got late. I slept very well. You know I got late because of sleeping." Hearing this, Chi-zuo does not believe it at all. He says to her, "No, that cannot happen." She starts trying to convince him, so he says, "Yes, all right, you must have slept." Lu-en knows that he did not believe her. She says, "Believe me, I truly slept very well. I know this happened because of my prayer." And after waking up, Song-yeon is shown, who is driving a car but is going at a very high speed. Seeing this, his assistant's life is in his hands. He says, "Please slow down. If your grandfather finds out that you are driving, he will kill you." So he says, "My insomnia has been cured." Hearing this, the assistant gets shocked, says, "How?" So he says, "I took that medicine, so I think it happened with this." In the next scene, Lu-en again prays, "May I sleep well again today," and there Song-yeon takes his medicine. Now both come late to sleep, but next morning the assistant comes to Song-yeon. He asks him, "Did you sleep well last night or not?" Song-yeon tells him the medicine did not show its effect. And here on the other side, Lu-en is shown, with whom exactly the same thing had happened. She also did not sleep all night. Then, we see a wound on Song-yeon's hand. So we are shown a flashback scene when he was not getting getting sleep. So he gets up and starts doing crochet work, and in this, he gets injured on his hand. And then he starts telling the assistant, "Today I will go on the bus for insomnia patients." So he says, "They will recognize you that you are the CEO of this company." But he asks for his jacket. On the other side, Lu-en also knows that insomnia patients are coming today, so she is also thinking, "I will get ready and sit with them on the same bus." And after getting so ready and all, she also reaches there, but she sees that the guard is checking very thoroughly. So she tries to escape from him, but he catches her. And when the guard calls her, she puts something in his hand, with which the guard lets her go inside. But later, it is found out that she had given him money. After going into the bus, she also looks for a seat, but she did not find any seat, and there was one last seat left, which was with Song-yeon. Now he had a coat on him that accidentally came off. Seeing that, Lu-en recognizes him, but Song-yeon feels that she did not recognize him. She asks for a place to sit next to him, so he gives her the place. Just then, because of the bus applying brakes, Lu-en accidentally sits on his lap. Now, the other people sitting in the bus are laughing seeing this, so Lu-en quickly sits on the seat next to her, and seeing the wound on Song-yeon's hand, she thinks, "Did he try to commit suicide? If he really did that, then I should tell him how important life is." Thinking this, she starts telling him, but hearing her words, he does not say anything. So Lu-en starts thinking about another thing. "Come on, let's play a game." She puts her hand out in front of him for the game, but he first does not give her any response. Then, when he responds, just then the bus driver, in an attempt to save his bus, is sometimes going this way, sometimes the other way. And in these movements, Lu-en and Song-yeon again come very close, and because of eye contact, both of them fall asleep. Song-yeon falls asleep on top of her, then reaching the destination. As soon as Song-yeon wakes up, he gets up from there and leaves. He again feels that he slept well because of the medicine. And here in the bus, the driver wakes Lu-en up by saying, "We have reached the destination." Lu-en then quickly gets up and goes to the hotel. Reaching there, she sees that again everyone is checking them to give rooms. And just then she thinks something. Song-yeon is passing from there, talking to someone. "Tell me, does the medicine's effect come later, not before?" Hearing this, Lu-en again understands that he is going to commit suicide again. That's why she quickly runs after him and sees that he is going to the 3rd floor. So she knows about the 3rd floor. There is a swimming pool there, meaning he will give his life in the water. Now the lift is not coming, so she starts going by the stairs and finally reaches the pool area where Song-yeon goes into the water. She also jumps into the water after him. Now again, both of them have eye contact, so again both of them fall asleep. While taking him out, Lu-en thinks, "He did not recognize me," and then she herself also falls asleep on top of him. Now both of them wake up, so they wake up together. This time both quickly move to the side from each other. But after all these things, Lu-en is still thinking, "Whenever I meet him, why do I fall asleep?" And here Song-yeon is thinking, "I hadn't taken any medicine, so why did I fall asleep?" And he also gets a call on his mobile, but he goes to listen to the call. And after the call, when he starts to leave from there, Lu-en stops him. "I have to talk to you?" And just then, because of hunger, a sound starts coming from Lu-en's stomach. So he was already going to the hotel. That's why he goes and starts feeding her food. And after eating food, Song-yeon says, "What did you have to say?" So she says to him, "Why are you thinking of committing suicide after taking sleeping pills?" Hearing this, Song-yeon says, "Who said I am thinking of killing myself? I haven't eaten any sleeping pills." But she does not believe this. She starts telling him, "You also tried to jump from the top of the building and then I saved you." After hearing this, he says, "You are the same girl who tied me up and left." So she says, "Yes, I had tied you up for this reason so that you do not commit suicide again after waking up." So he says, "First of all, let me tell you this. I wasn't going to commit suicide or anything." Now hearing this, she becomes silent. She says to him, "I am also an insomnia patient and you are also a patient. I am also one of those 20 people, but I don't know why those people threw away my form. But still, I have come this far. You are not even here, but you can still stay in this hotel, right?" She then stops him and says, "I have to talk about one more thing." Then after making him sit down, she goes and sits close to him. She tells him, "When we met for the first time, we slept. When we met for the second time, we also slept. When we met for the 3rd time, we also slept." Now after this, Song-yeon has doubt. He tries to convince her that he is not an insomnia patient. So she says, "Okay, if that's the case, let me try touching you." But as she starts to touch him, Song-yeon does not even let her touch him, and leaves from there. In the next scene, Song-yeon's secretary tells him, "A girl is making a lot of noise here. She is asking for a room in the hotel, while you had cancelled her form." Seeing Lu-en standing below from above, Song-yeon tells the secretary to give her a room. Then she gives Lu-en the room card. Lu-en goes into the room and sits on the bed. Then a device starts scanning her. Then she goes to the bathroom to freshen up. On the other side, Song-yeon comes into that room thinking it is his room. Lu-en freshens up and falls asleep. When Song Yan comes after changing, he sees Lu En sleeping on the bed. Then he checks his mobile, so his secretary had told him that I have given this room to that girl. Your room is next to it. Then before leaving from there, Song Yan thinks, this girl had said that if we have physical touch, then both of us get good sleep. Thinking this, he starts touching Lu En. So upon touching, he goes into Lu En's dreams, in which their romance is happening, while in reality nothing like that was happening. When Song Yan's eyes open, he thinks, does touching really make you sleep? Then as he starts to leave from there, Lu En puts her arms and legs on him. Song Yan somehow starts to move her away. Just then, Lu En's eyes open. So seeing him like this, she starts screaming. She says to him, why did you come into my room? Just then, hearing the noise, Song Yan's secretary comes there and starts calming Lu En. Later, we see a business card with Lu En, which had accidentally fallen in Song Yan's room. On the other side, Song Yan reaches his company. In the meeting, Song Yan asks a question. Can someone get good sleep from physical touch when that person is also an insomnia patient? Hearing this, everyone is surprised what kind of question this is. Then everyone says, that is not possible. In the next scene, Lu En goes to Chizuo and starts touching him, that she will get good sleep by touching him too. But nothing like that happens. Chizuo, being very happy, asks her, why are you doing this? So she says, I just wanted to find out, and then tells him, I have found a cure for insomnia. Now you don't need to find a doctor for me. At night, while taking medicine, Song Yan thinks, do I really fall asleep because of that girl or because of the medicine? Then he eats the medicine, but he does not get sleep at night. On the other side, Lu En also does not get sleep. It even becomes morning. Lu En thinks, I will contact the number written on that card. She calls, so that number is Song Yan's assistant Chen's. Chen is talking. Lu En says, you don't remember me? Chen does not understand who she is, so he cuts the call. Lu En calls him again, so Chen puts her on speaker. Lu En says, you don't remember? I slept with you in the hotel? Hearing this, Song Yan finds out that she is that girl, so he cuts her call and blocks her. Seeing herself blocked, Lu En thinks, now I will go to the company and talk to him. Then she comes to the company. Seeing Song Yan there, he starts to run. Yes, but Lu En recognizes him, so she calls him by saying Chen. Then going forward, Song Yan has to stop for her. Song Yan says to her, how much money do you want? Lu En says, I don't want money. So Song Yan says, then why are you following me? Lu En says, I get good sleep by touching you, and I know it is the same with you. Song Yan ignores her words and starts to leave, so Lu En says, if you think that is not the case, then let me touch you once and see. So Song Yan comes towards her and says, all right, I will give you one chance. So Lu En hugs him, but still, both of them do not get sleep. Song Yan says to her while pushing her back, you asked me for one chance that I have given you, and then leaves from there. Lu En thinks, why did I not get sleep? After this, when Song Yan is going towards his car, Lu En calls him again. Song Yan sees her, quickly gets in the car, and leaves. Lu En is going after him, taking the name Chen. So Assistant Chen says, why are you taking my name? I am not going anywhere. So Lu En asks, if your name is Chen, then who is the one who left from here? So Chen tells her he is the CEO of this company. Lu En says, then how can he have the insomnia disease? Chen gets shocked how she knows this. After knowing this from Lu En, they bring her to the office and ask her, how do you know this? So Lu En says, when we are close to each other, we immediately fall asleep. Chen does not believe it. Then Lu En says, I will have to keep myself close to Song Yan so that I don't let anyone else know that your CEO has the insomnia disease. So Chen says, all right, we will make you his personal assistant. The next day, the interview for personal assistant is happening. A girl spills water on the girl next to Lu En, which spoils her dress. So Lu En gives her her jacket. Inside, Chen is sitting to take the interview. Just then, Shuman comes there. Seeing her, the girls sitting outside say, it is heard that this girl is having an affair with the CEO of this company. Then Shuman goes inside and sits with Chen, saying, I myself will select the assistant for Song Yan. In the interview, Shuman starts rejecting everyone. In the end, Lu En and the girl next to her are left. Now Shuman tells the girl next to Lu En to drink alcohol. So that girl says, I am allergic to this, but Shuman does not agree and says, if you don't drink, then you can leave from here. Lu En takes the glass from that girl's hand. Just then, Song Yan is also standing outside watching them. Lu En says, she is allergic, so why are you insisting? So Shuman says, you care so much, then you drink the alcohol, then I will give her this job. So Lu En says, all right, and she drinks the alcohol. So Shuman tells her to drink the whole bottle. So Lu En drinks the whole bottle, because of which that girl gets the job. When Lu En is leaving from there, because of being drunk, she starts falling inside the lift. Just then, Song Yan catches her. At night, Luen does not get sleep, and she starts seeing strange things. As soon as she turns on the light, there is nothing like that there. She says to herself, looks like the effect of insomnia has increased a bit. Then an idea comes to her, so she calls Chen to talk and says to them, I have an idea in my mind. In insomnia, hallucinations start happening. So to get close to Song Yan, we will go to his house and scare him. And when he comes back, I will touch him, with which both of us will sleep. After this, they come outside Song Yan's house. Chen puts in his house password, but the door does not open. So, Luen asks him for Song Yan's date of birth, and by putting that in, the door opens. Luen becomes happy. So Chen says the door doesn't open by itself by putting in the password. Then they see Song Yan had opened the door himself. After this, they stand silently in front of Song Yan. Song Yan says, are you people going to say something or not? So Luen says, I have a cure for your disease. So he says, you yourself have this disease, that's why you should get your treatment done first. Then he tells her to go home. And after she leaves, he starts scolding Chen. How can you fall for this girl's words? How much money did she give you? Chen says, she did not give anything. Then Chen starts explaining to him, we are doing all this for you. But Song Yan does not listen to them. At night, Song Yan sees a horror dream, so his eyes open. The next morning, Luen comes outside the company. So Song Yan's project in charge recognizes her and asks, why have you come here? So Luen says, I have come to meet Song Yan. Just then, Song Yan comes there. The project in charge reminds him of his meeting, but at that time there was no car there, so Luen says, you sit on my bike, I will take you there. Then Song Yan starts going after sitting behind her. After the meeting, Song Yan comes out and sees Luen waiting for him. He asks her, are you still here? So Luen says, I brought you here, so I will also drop you back. When Song Yan starts going into the office, Luen invites him to watch a movie, which Song Yan accepts. Luen thinks, movie time, both of us will touch each other, then we will get sleep. But nothing like that happens. He is sitting away from her and watching the movie. After the movie, Luen takes him to a haunted house, thinking that we will get scared by this and hold each other. But upon reaching there, Luen herself gets scared and starts running from there. Then she comes out and starts looking at the competition on mobile, so Song Yan comes from behind and says to her, why don't you participate in this? So she says, only those whose sleep is complete participate, my sleep is not complete. Whenever I start to perform, I get an insomnia attack. Then both of them start having dinner together. Luen also orders a drink, so both of them drink so much that they start talking strange things. Luen is looking at that competition poster, so Song Yan fills the form on her behalf. The next day, when Luen's eyes open, she is at Song Yan's house. She starts to leave, but she sees Song Yan sleeping downstairs, so she thinks of leaving from there. Downstairs, she sees things scattered, so she remembers everything that had happened at night. On the other side, when Song Yan's eyes open, he looks at himself. Where have I slept? Then he looks at himself in the mirror, so he realizes, my condition is very bad, and all this was done by Luen at night. Then he shouts Luen's name, so Luen quickly starts to hide. Coming downstairs, he is shocked seeing the condition of the house. Even his expensive painting had been ruined by Luen. Luen quickly starts to run away from there, but Song Yan sees her. He says to her, now you have to pay me for all this. Then he throws Luen out of the house. In the next scene, when Song Yan goes to the office, his brother had called a doctor for him. He introduces him to her, so Song Yan tells her about Luen, that he gets sleep by touching her. Then Song Yan's brother tells him to call Luen there. Then at night, Song Yan goes to Luen's house, but she does not open the door for him. So he calls her and says, come outside, I have to talk to you about something important. Don't even give the money for that painting. Hearing this, Luen quickly comes out. So Song Yan gives her a contract and says, you are being given a job in our company and your salary is also very good. Chen says to her, if you work here, then your insomnia will also be treated. Hearing this, Luen quickly signs. After this, Luen tells Chizuo that she has got a job. When she tells him the company's name, Chizuo feels bad. He says, you got a job in Song Yan's company? Luen says, you know Song Yan? Then when Luen goes to the company, she is introduced to all the employees. Then she is taken to Song Yan's office where Song Yan is waiting for her with the doctor. The doctor starts talking to Luen. I want to research your disease, that's why you have to cooperate with us. So Luen agrees. The doctor gives 2 bands and says, you both will have to wear these and both will have to sleep together. I want to know how you both get sleep together. Then we see Chizuo entering the company like a hero. Luen sees him and says, why have you come here? My work is not finished yet. Just then, Shuman comes there and says to Chizuo, you have come, and then takes him with her. The project in charge tells Luen Chizuo is a company shareholder. After this, we see Luen taking her belongings and shifting to Song Yan's house. Then both lie down to sleep. Song Yan says, the doctor had said we have to hold hands too. So Luen takes his hand. After a little while, seeing him asleep, she starts to leave from there, so Song Yan says, the rule was that we will not leave each other's hand. Then she holds his hand, but she starts hearing strange noises in the house, so she says to Song Yan, your house is very scary. Then both start looking outside. When Luen looks towards the wardrobe, there is a snake there. Seeing it, Luen gets scared and climbs on top of Song Yan. That snake was Song Yan's pet. Then Song Yan puts it in a box and goes to sleep. Luen also goes after him. In the morning, Song Chen is scolding him. You both did not sleep together, so how will we know the result? After this, when Luen is working, the project in charge comes and gives Luen many dresses, which Song Yan had ordered, and starts getting her ready for the party. Song Yan is standing with Shuman's dad at the party. Just then, Luen comes there, so Song Yan comes near her. She says to him, why did you call me here? I don't know anyone. So Song Yan says, I have also brought people you know. Then he introduces her to her idol, so Luen becomes very happy. Song Yan also feels happy seeing her. Seeing something on her dress, he starts to show her. Seeing him do this, Shuman starts making a fuss. She says, do you like her? Song Yan stops her and says, don't do such things. But Shuman throws a drink on Luen. So Song Yan covers Luen with his coat and starts taking her away from there. Reaching a place, he apologizes to Luen, so Luen says, there is no fault of yours in this. Then he gives her an instrument and says, you play it here. Imagine this is your stage. So Luen starts playing the instrument. After some time, Song Yan says to her, I think I have truly started falling in love with you. Hearing this, Luen gets shocked. Then, after talking about some things, Song Yan is about to kiss her, and both of them sleep right there. A lady there, waking them up, says, I was feeling that both of you had committed suicide together. Then Song Yan gets a call from the doctor. She asks, were you both sleeping just now? So Song Yan says, how did you know? So the doctor says, both of your heartbeats changed as if both of you like each other. Song Yan becomes happy hearing this. The next day, Luen messages Song Yan to come upstairs. I have to talk to you. As soon as Song Yan goes upstairs, she is blushing. Luen says to him, won't you research about how we fell asleep last night? So he says, yes, I will find out about this. Let's start again. Luen thinks Song Yan is talking about kissing, so she starts getting close to him, but Song Yan is showing her a document and gets shocked seeing her coming close. Then he says to her, at 1 o'clock you will have to go somewhere with me. So Luen agrees. On the other side, a bouquet comes to Shuman, so she understands that Song Yan sent it, so she becomes happy and also orders a dress to go with him. But when she gets ready and comes outside, Song Yan leaves with Luen. Seeing this, she reads a note kept inside the bouquet, on which was written, I have arranged a birthday party for you, from Song Chen. She then tears that card and goes to Song Yan's office. She sees that he has booked movie tickets. On the other side, Song Yan and Luen are watching a movie, so Song Yan is about to kiss Luen through chips. But Luen eats that chip, so Song Yan moves away from her and starts looking at the band, because the doctor had said that if its link light turns on, then you both have feelings of love. But there was no light on the band. Then both of them come to eat food. Song Yan is about to tell her his feelings when Shuman comes there with Chizuo. Then all of them sit together and eat food. Chizuo talks very frankly with Luen, which Song Yan does not like, so he goes to the restroom. Chizuo goes after him. He says to Song Yan, do you like Luen? So Song Yan says, yes. Hearing this, Chizuo becomes silent. After this, Song Yan takes Luen and leaves from there. In the car, he says to Luen, I like you, and then tells her about the band, that the doctor has installed a software in it, with which it is known that because we have feelings for each other, we fall asleep together. Whenever I think about you, this pink light turns on. Luen says to him, the light of my band doesn't turn on because it accidentally fell into coffee. Then she takes off his band and wears it, and shows Song Yan, look, light is on, meaning I also like you. Then they are about to kiss, but they fall asleep again. The next day, Luen comes with Song Yan to meet Mr. Jung, but he does not open his door. Just then, upon the arrival of the delivery boy, he comes outside, so Song Yan says, please listen to us just once, but he does not listen to them. Luen somehow makes him agree, so he takes Song Yan inside. Luen is standing outside waiting for him. Then Song Yan comes out and tells her, they have said yes to working with us. Then Luen becomes happy. At night, Song Yan thinks, whenever I go to kiss her, we fall asleep. And if I don't kiss her, I don't feel peaceful. Then he thinks something and goes to Luen, so she is crying. Song Yan asks her the reason, so she tells him, I put oil in my eyes, so that I don't fall asleep. So Song-yeon starts scolding her, "Why are you doing this?" and tells her, "Now I also don't like sleeping." Then he starts kissing Lu-en, and while kissing, both of them fall asleep. In the morning, both go to Mr. Jung's house to get the contract signed. Despite ringing the bell repeatedly, Mr. Jung does not come out. Then Song-yeon has a meeting, so he leaves from there. Then after the meeting, both go to Mr. Jung again. Mr. Jung says, "Both of you will have to participate in a competition. If you win, I will work with you." Both are shocked seeing the competition because it is a dancing competition. Lu-en makes Song-yeon agree. After this, we see Song-yeon practicing dance. On the day of the competition, Lu-en comes to take Mr. Jung with her. She asks him, "Which competition are you talking about?" So she says, "Dancing's, the one you talked about." Then Mr. Jung remembers the competition form had been exchanged with his wife's form. Mr. Jung says, "I will not count this competition." Then those people come to Song-yeon, so he is giving a dance performance. After the performance, he goes to Mr. Jung and asks, "How did you like my performance?" So Lu-en tells him about the form getting exchanged. Then Mr. Jung brings them to his house and tells them about the real competition, which is a mobile game. Then Lu-en accepts the challenge and the competition starts. Then Song-yeon tells everyone in the meeting, "Mr. Jung has signed a contract with us." In the next scene, Song-yeon gives Lu-en a form of the competition where performing was Lu-en's dream. She says to him, "How did you do this?" So Song-yeon tells her, "That day when you played the instrument, then I made a video and uploaded it here." Those people have given a positive response. Then both of them kiss. When Lu-en wakes up, Song-yeon has made breakfast for her. In the next scene, Soo-man tells her assistant, "You have to keep an eye on Lu-en and Song-yeon." At night, Song-yeon has brought Lu-en outside. He tells her to close her eyes. As soon as she opens her eyes, a lot of bubbles are falling on her. Lu-en likes this surprise very much. She hugs Song-yeon, and Soo-man's assistant clicks this picture and sends it to Soo-man. In the next scene, Lu-en is practicing her instrument. So Chizuo comes and gives her a show card in which Lu-en's favorite artist was going to come. When she goes there with Chizuo, Song-yeon sees her and says, "I will introduce you to that artist." Then seeing Song-yeon and Lu-en, that artist becomes very happy. After the show, Lu-en comes out with Song-yeon after getting the artist's autograph. Lu-en was very happy that she got the autograph of her favorite artist. Then her competition day is shown, where Song-yeon and Chizuo are sitting in the show waiting for her performance. Just then, Soo-man also comes and sits near them. She asks Song-yeon, "Whose performance have you come to see here?" So Song-yeon says, "My girlfriend Lu-en's." Hearing this, Soo-man gets jealous. On the other side, a girl takes Lu-en with her to a changing room and locks her in a room. When it is time for Lu-en's performance, seeing that she is not coming, Song-yeon gets worried. Soo-man is happy because it was her idea. Then Song-yeon goes to look for her. When he sees the CCTV, he sees Lu-en going into a room. Now when Song-yeon goes into that room, it is locked. Song-yeon breaks the door and goes inside, so he sees Lu-en lying unconscious. So he picks her up and starts taking her from there. After this, Song-yeon finds out that the girl who took Lu-en away was sent by Soo-man. Hearing this, Song-yeon goes to Soo-man and asks her, "Why did you harm Lu-en?" Soo-man starts denying. So Song-yeon says, "You are the one who did this." She says, "I am your childhood friend. Will you do this to me now?" So Song-yeon says, "If I had known you were like this, I would never have made you my friend." In the next scene, we see Lu-en with her parents. Her parents start talking about her marriage. Just then, Chizuo comes there. Chizuo is showing off a lot in front of Lu-en's parents, so Lu-en spills a drink on him, and then takes him aside on the pretext of cleaning it. Chizuo confesses his feelings to Lu-en, so Lu-en tells him, "But I like Song-yeon." Just then, Song-yeon comes there and says to Chizuo, "You know that we are together, that's why don't come between us." And then he takes Lu-en and leaves from there. He says to Lu-en, "Why did you introduce that boy to your parents?" So Lu-en says, "This was his and my parents' plan, I did not know about this." Song-yeon says, "I just want you not to be close to anyone else." So Lu-en says, "My mom and dad were saying, marry someone who understands you and cares for you." So Song-yeon says, "I am exactly like that." Lu-en says, "Chizuo is also like that, and he also knows how to cook." Hearing this, Song-yeon starts getting angry, so Lu-en says, "You are completely a child." Then she remembers, "My parents are in the restaurant right now." That's why she goes to meet them. Then both are eating food at a place. Just then, Lu-en's dad comes there and starts talking about Chizuo. So Song-yeon shakes hands with him and introduces himself. Lu-en's dad asks him, "Who is this?" So Lu-en tells him, "He is my boyfriend." Then dad starts drinking with Song-yeon. Song-yeon gets quite drunk. That's why Lu-en takes him home with the help of Chen. Song-yeon apologizes to her. So Lu-en says, "There is no need for this." Then she puts her hand on his face, with which both of them fall asleep right there. someone takes their picture and makes it viral, because of which a lot of gossip starts in the business circle. The board of directors tells Song Chen, tell Song Yan to remove Luen from the job, then the matter can be solved. Song Yan has not come to the office yet. That's why Chen goes to his house to check on him. Song Yan's eyes open with the sound of the door. He comes outside, so Chen tells him everything. But her dad does not believe her words. After this, at night, Luen video calls Song Yan. He tells her, this contract must have been sent by my dad to your dad. Luen says, today we won't get sleep again. Outside, her mom is listening to her talks. Song Yan says to Luen, I will help you. Then they lie down while talking on video call. Song Yan says, tomorrow I will bring the doctor. She will clear everything to your dad. In the morning, Luen starts to go outside to get breakfast, but dad makes her sit near him and makes her have breakfast. After this, Luen's dad comes to the company to meet Song Yan. Chen brings them into the office. Song Yan was in a meeting, so he tells them to wait. Just then, Shu Man comes there, who sends Chen to bring coffee. When Chen goes into the office, Shu Man leaves from there. Luen's dad says to Chen, this is my bank card. Tell Song Yan how much his painting was worth. Let him take it, but he should not come into my daughter's life again. When Luen finds out about this, she is talking to Song Yan, so her dad comes and takes her mobile away. In the next scene, we see that because Song Yan has not had enough sleep, he starts getting a headache, so he is eating a lot of medicine. Chi Zuo sees this and stops him. Are you crazy? Then Song Yan tells him everything, that both of us have insomnia, but when we are together, we fall asleep. Chi Zuo remembers something Luen said, so he asks Song Yan to help her. On the other side, Luen is drinking. Her mom sees her doing this, so she gets worried. The next morning, Chi Zuo meets Luen's parents. He talks about going on a picnic with Luen, to which they agree. Luen's dad tells him to take care of her, so Chi Zuo says, did she get an insomnia attack again? Dad asks, what do you mean? So he tells him, a year ago the same thing happened with her, but then she got better. Hearing this, Luen's parents get a little shocked. Chi Zuo takes Luen to a place. There, Luen sees Song Yan and goes to hug him, but then she remembers they are not supposed to touch, so she stops. Then both of them are shown at home, where Song Yan is looking at her. Just then, the doorbell rings outside. Luen sees it is her dad. She makes Song Yan lie down on the bed, saying, I will say it is my friend. Then Luen is talking to her dad. Just then, Song Yan starts coughing, because of which Luen's dad gets suspicious. Then he catches Song Yan. After this, both of them start trying to convince Luen's dad. Song Yan says, if you don't believe it, then we will show you by doing it. Song Yan holds Luen's hand, with which they fall asleep. On the other side, Shu Man finds out that Song Yan's teacher in childhood was Luen's mother. When both of them wake up, Luen's dad was not there. Song Yan looks at his mobile, so there were many calls from the doctor, so he calls her. So she tells him to come to the clinic. She says to both of them, I had told both of you not to have physical touch. Then she makes both of them sit on chairs and tells them to close their eyes. So both of them have the same dream, with which both of them get scared and wake up. The doctor says, while sleeping, both of you were taking names related to someone drowning in water. Someone else hears all this from outside. The doctor says, both of you should think about this dream. Song Yan says, something like this happened in my childhood, but I don't remember properly. Luen says, I don't even remember that much. The doctor says, you people think and remember for some time, maybe this dream can have a connection with you. Then Luen says, we should go somewhere outside, maybe our memory will come back. After this, she takes permission from her dad, but he refuses her. So Luen asks her mom to convince him, so mom gives her permission to go. Then we see Shuman, who has come to Song Yan's doctor. A doctor comes from outside and says to them, something has happened to the computer outside, please come with us. So she starts going outside, so Shuman also goes with her. Then we see someone is hacking their computer and scamming data, and Shuman is getting this done. In the next scene, Luen is going with Song Yan, when suddenly their car breaks down. Song Yan is looking at the car. Just then, Luen's parents come there. They scold both of them and start taking them in their car. Then they all reach the hotel. So Song Yan had booked rooms for himself and Luen. Furthermore, there were no empty rooms in the hotel, so Luen's mom says, I will sleep with Luen and Song Yan will stay with your dad. At night, Luen lies down near her mom. On the other side, Song Yan is shown, who is upset by Luen's dad's actions. In the next scene, Luen's mom sees Luen sitting near Song Yan. Luen is saying to Song Yan, the doctor was right. Both of us should stay away from each other. Otherwise, we both can have a problem. Song Yan says, all this is happening because of me. Luen says, no, nothing happened because of you. I feel safe with you. Very safe. The next day, Luen and Song Yan come to the car, but the door does not open. Luen's mom says, we both have decided we will enjoy our trip alone, so you people don't follow us. Then both of them come to the wish tree. Song Yan remembers his mom. She had brought him here in childhood. Luen says, if you throw this wish ball up and it hangs on the tree, then our wish is fulfilled. Song-yeon says, perhaps that is the case. So Luen throws the wish ball up, but it falls down. Then both of them reach near the boat. The boatman asks them if they want a ride, so Song-yeon says, no, we don't want a ride. Then Song-yeon takes her to a place, which is a camping site. There Luen is sitting alone thinking, where has he brought me? Just then, the lights turn on there and fireworks also start. Just then, Song-yeon also comes there. Then both of them take pictures and make videos together. After this, he proposes to Luen and says, when I met you for the first time, my wish was to marry you. Then he asks her, will you marry me? Luen is sad, so Song-yeon, apologizing to her, asks, did I say something wrong? Luen says, no, but you should have told me about this so that I would have gotten ready nicely. So Song-yeon says, you look beautiful to me just like this. Then Luen says, yes to marriage. As soon as Song-yeon puts the ring on her, both of them fall asleep because of their feelings. Then the hotel security, looking for them, comes there. Those people wake them up and say, you people have been sleeping for 30 hours. We have looked for you a lot. After the security's leaving, Song-yeon attends the doctor's call, so she starts scolding him. How can you people fall asleep again? Then she tells both of them to come for a checkup. In the next scene, Song-yeon comes to his dad, so Song-chen is also there. Song-yeon talks to his dad about the marriage proposal, at which his dad gets hyper. So Song-yeon says, Dad, you asked me the reason for the contract. You have a habit of blaming me. Ever since my mom left me, you have always done this. No one can have a hard heart like yours. He leaves from there in anger. So his dad starts having pain in his heart. Song-chen then calls Song-yeon, shouting, your dad has had a heart attack. Hearing this, Song-yeon quickly comes to him. Then they bring them to the hospital. Luen also comes to ask about their health, so Song-yeon tells her that he is fine now. So Luen takes him outside and says, eat something. You haven't eaten anything since yesterday. Did you fight with your dad? I told you that both of us will tell them. So Song-yeon says, I wanted them not to hurt you later when they meet you. Then we see Luen comes to Song-yeon's dad as his caretaker. He recognizes Luen and forbids her from doing anything, but Luen starts giving him food. But he does not eat, so Luen says, I have also brought something else for you. On the other side, Chen tells Song-yeon that Luen is with his dad in the hospital. Hearing this, Song-yeon immediately goes to the hospital. On the other side, Luen is trying to talk to Song-yeon's dad, but he silences her. You talk a lot. Then both of them start playing a game outside. Luen says, I don't know how to play this game. So Song-yeon's dad starts teaching her. Luen asks him, have you taught anyone else before? So he remembers he was teaching this game to Song-yeon. Just then, his wife calls Song-yeon to her side because Song-yeon did not like this game. Song-yeon looks for his dad in the hospital. He was not in the room. So upon asking the nurse about him, she tells him that he is sitting outside with his caretaker. Song-yeon goes outside and sees that his dad is playing a game very happily. Song-yeon also becomes happy seeing this. In the next scene, the doctor tells Song-yeon, now both of you can touch each other, but there is one condition, that the temperature there should be low. Hearing this, Song-yeon becomes happy. On the other side, Luen says to Song-yeon's dad, sorry I came to you this way because I thought you would not accept me otherwise. So dad says, will I accept you this way? Then he tells her about Song-yeon's childhood and tells Luen to take care of Song-yeon. Hearing this, Luen becomes happy. On the other side, Song-yeon tells Chen to make some arrangements in a low-temperature environment. After this, Song-yeon is with his dad. He tells him to invite Luen's parents for food. Song-yeon becomes happy hearing his words and thanks him. In the next scene, we see Luen at a place where Song-yeon has called her. He tells her to bring a teddy bear and come with him. Then where she goes, the temperature is very low there. Luen starts feeling cold. Just then, the lights turn on there and Song-yeon also becomes visible to her. Chen is making snowfall on them. Song-yeon says, what I give you today, after this, you will be mine forever. Then he puts a ring on her finger and both of them kiss. But this time they do not get sleep. Song-yeon says, sometimes science's words are true. Luen hugs him while smiling. In the next scene, Song-yeon is waiting for Luen and her parents with his dad. Just then, those people come. As soon as Luen's dad sees them, he recognizes them and then takes Luen and leaves from there. Then we see Shu-man, who has hired someone to search for information about Luen and Song-yeon. He takes money from her and gives the information. Song-yeon is asking his dad, will you tell me why this happened? So dad tells him, if this thing is linked to your mom's death then, Song-yeon gets shocked. Shu-man is looking at a newspaper in which it was said that Song-yeon's mom had drowned while saving 2 children. On the other side, Luen's dad's health is not good. She starts giving him medicine and asks him to tell her everything, but her mom tells her to wait, that her dad's health is not good right now. Luen then starts calling Song-yeon, but he does not pick up her phone. Song-yeon finds out about the talk with his dad. Then, we are shown a flashback. Song-yeon has a very high fever. His dad and Song-chen are with him. At that time, his mom had died. Just then, Lu-en and her parents come there. He does not recognize them, so Lu-en's mom says, "Your wife saved my daughter's life." So Song-yeon's dad, in anger, says, "Because of you people, my wife has died. If your daughter hadn't taken my son, then neither would these two have drowned, nor would my wife have drowned, saving them." Hearing this, Lu-en's dad says, "My daughter did not do anything like that." After knowing all this, Song-yeon says, "Why didn't you tell me this earlier?" So his dad says, "I had blocked that news and your memory was gone because of your condition. We told you that your mom had a car accident so that you wouldn't be too sad." Song-yeon starts getting a headache, and he starts remembering the time spent with Lu-en in childhood. On the other side, Lu-en calls Song-yeon, but he doesn't pick up, so she thinks, "I will also find out," and calls her grandmother and asks about this, but she does not get any information. After this, we see Song-yeon, who has come to meet Song-chen. He says to him, "Is everything that dad told me true?" So Song-chen says, "Yes." He tells him, "We had gone with your mom to her musical school. Then we met a girl named Tong Lu-en. Tong Lu-en started insisting on going boating, so you also wanted to go boating with her. Then both of you were drowning in the water. I started crying seeing you both. So your mom came out and seeing you both drowning, she herself jumped into the water to save you both. She saved both of you, but she herself drowned in the water." Song-yeon says, "Why didn't you tell me earlier why Lu-en is Tong Lu-en?" So Song-chen says, "I myself was not confirmed that she is the same girl." In the next scene, Lu-en comes to the company to meet Song-yeon, but she does not find him there. Chizuo sees her and asks, "What happened?" So she says, "I don't even know yet. I have to find Song-yeon." On the other side, Chizuo comes to Song-yeon's house with Shuman. He is very drunk and tired, so Chizuo starts stopping him. So Shuman says, "All this happened because of Lu-en." Chizuo asks, "What do you mean?" So Shuman tells him Song-yeon's mom's death happened because of Lu-en. Shuman also shows him some pictures in newspapers which Song-yeon also sees. Then he tells both of them to leave his house. Chizuo then comes to Lu-en's dad's house and asks his dad, "What is Lu-en's connection with Song-yeon's mom's death?" So dad says, "Has Song-yeon told this thing to Lu-en as well?" Chizuo says, "No, he hasn't told anything. I have also come to ask you." Then Lu-en's dad tells him everything and says, "You must not tell this to Lu-en because when she faced all this the first time, she was very disturbed. She used to get that same nightmare in her sleep." Chizuo promises him, "I will not tell this to Lu-en." In the next scene, Song-yeon is looking at his mom's things. Just then, Lu-en's mom comes to him. She says, "Since you have found out everything, break up with Lu-en." Hearing this, Song-yeon gets shocked. Chizuo is talking with Lu-en. Just then, he gets a call from Song-yeon. He tells him, "Tell Lu-en that we have broken up and take good care of her." Chizuo does not tell Lu-en anything. On the other side, Song-yeon is shown boxing. Just then, we are shown a flashback when Lu-en's mom had told him not to tell Lu-en about his mom's death. She has suffered a lot before. Now she has forgotten everything, so we don't want her to remember anything. Lu-en's mom also shows him a childhood video of Lu-en in which she wakes up crying. Lu-en's mom says sorry to Song-yeon and leaves. Now Song-yeon had broken up at Lu-en's mom's insistence. Lu-en has come to have lunch with Chizuo. Just then, she gets a call from her friend who tells her about the viral video of Song-yeon with his new girlfriend. Seeing this, she becomes sad. So Chizuo asks her the reason. So she shows him that video and says, "I know all this is being done by Song-yeon's dad. I will give Song-yeon time to fix everything. I am sure everything will be alright, because later he will come and explain everything to me." Hearing all this, Chizuo becomes silent. At night, Lu-en messages Song-yeon, but he does not reply. At night, both of them have the same nightmare and both wake up scared. The next morning, Lu-en is waiting for him outside Song-yeon's house. Song-yeon comes out, so he ignores Lu-en and starts to leave. Lu-en says to him, "I have to talk to you. I saw your news on the internet, but I know all that was fake." Song-yeon says, "That was not fake. She is really my girlfriend." Lu-en says, "What is my fault?" So Song-yeon says, "My dad was right. You are not my type. That's why I have decided to break up with you." He is not doing all this while looking at Lu-en. That's why Lu-en says to him, "Say all this while looking at me." So Song-yeon says it while looking into her eyes. Hearing this, Lu-en leaves from there crying. Song-yeon feels very bad seeing her sad. Lu-en is sitting with her friend. Just then, she gets a call from the doctor. She says, "I have analyzed both of your feelings. Song-yeon feels for you." Hearing this, Lu-en becomes happy. The doctor asks, "Has your dream become clear?" So she tells her, "Not very clear." So the doctor says, "I have to do one more activity with both of you together. Maybe everything will become clear from that. You will have to talk to Song-yeon for this." Then Lu-en comes to Song-yeon's company, but no one lets her go inside because Song-yeon had forbidden everyone. The project in charge takes her aside and says, "Song-yeon is in a meeting, but I will introduce you to him." Then she brings Lu-en to a room. Shuman passes by there. She says to Lu-en, "Why have you come here?" Song-yeon has broken up with you. Then she tells her to come to her room. The project in charge tells her not to, but Lu-en goes after her. Then she tells Song-yeon about this. Song-yeon starts going towards Lu-en. Just then, Lu-en passes in front of him. Seeing the file in her hand, he does not talk to her. After this, going home, Lu-en shows that file to her parents and says, "This is true. Why didn't you people tell me?" Her mom says, "It was not your fault." So Lu-en says, "You found out that I was the reason for his mom's death and you still didn't tell me." Her mom says, "Has Song-yeon told you this?" So Lu-en says, "So you told him to do this." In the next scene, Lu-en is standing alone at a place. So Song-yeon comes to her. He says, "There is no fault of yours in this." Lu-en says, "Even so, you should have told me this. My mom's death happened because of me, so you did the right thing with me. I don't even deserve you." Then she starts taking off the ring to give to him. Song-yeon does not take the ring, so she drops it and leaves. Song-yeon starts looking for that ring like crazy. In the next scene, Lu-en has come to watch a movie with her friend. She goes to get popcorn, so seeing a boy there, Lu-en thinks it is Song-yeon. So she starts asking him, "What are you doing here?" That boy looks surprised. "Are you talking to me?" Then Lu-en's friend takes her away from there. On the other side, Song-yeon is seeing Lu-en everywhere. When he is going home, Chizuo asks him to drink with him. Song-yeon brings him inside the house. He says to him, "Since you left her, I thought I had a chance at that water." Song-yeon says, "Yes, that is the case." So Chizuo says, "But she likes you." He also shows him that video. Song-yeon says, "Why are you showing me this?" Chizuo says, "You still like her." Song-yeon says, "No." So Chizuo says, "Then you hate her." So Song-yeon says, "No, I don't hate her, but I hate myself. I was older at that time. I could have saved my mom." So Chizuo says, "So does this mean you will give up on your love after your mom? If your mom were here, she wouldn't have let you do this." Song-yeon starts to leave from there. So we see that Chizuo had called Lu-en. He is making her listen to this whole conversation. After this, when Song-yeon is leaving, he starts getting an insomnia attack, because of which he was about to have an accident with his car with someone, but he controls himself in time. He apologizes to that man. Then, seeing his scooter, he remembers Lu-en. That's why he takes the scooter from him and gives him his car. Then he is going by scooter when suddenly, because of an insomnia attack, he has an accident. Then we see him in the hospital. As soon as he opens his eyes, Lu-en is looking at him. After this, he regains consciousness after 3 days. So Chuman is with him. He asks her, "How long have you been here taking care of me?" He wanted to ask about Lu-en. Then we see a back scene when Chuman found out about Song-yeon's accident. She came running to the hospital. She says things to Lu-en sitting outside. Just then, Song-yeon's condition worsens. The doctor is checking him. Song-yeon is taking Lu-en's name. That's why the doctor asks about Lu-en. Lu-en holds Song-yeon's hand and says, "I am here." After this, Song-yeon calms down. After this, when Chuman comes to Song-yeon, she sees Lu-en talking to him. Lu-en is saying, "Your mom's death happened because of me." She is apologizing to him. Hearing her emotional words, Chuman realizes that she was doing very wrong with him. Then she calls Lu-en outside and apologizes and says, "You both are made for each other." Then Chuman starts to leave after telling her to stay there. So Lu-en says, "I will not stay with him. If he regains consciousness, he might get worse seeing me." In the present, Chuman tells Song-yeon, "Lu-en has taken care of you for 3 days. Both of you love each other very much." Then she gives Song-yeon the mobile in his hand and leaves from there. In the next scene, Song-yeon is with Song-chen. He says to him, "I have heard that your doctor has decided to do your and Lu-en's treatment together." Hearing this, Song-yeon becomes happy. Song-chen says, "But I cannot see you getting hurt." Song-yeon says, "No, there is no fault of Lu-en in this." Song-chen says, "I have decided with your dad that your treatment should be done by an expert doctor." Song-yeon says, "No, I cannot leave Lu-en alone." On the other side, the doctor is trying to make Lu-en agree to do the treatment together. Upon their much persuasion, Lu-en agrees. Then we see Song-yeon at the doctor's clinic. He becomes happy seeing Lu-en. Then the doctor sends them to a place which is similar to the place that comes in their dream. This was the same place where Song-yeon's mom had died. The shop was also lying there. Both of them touch that shop. Then they start remembering their childhood memories, but it is not clear what is happening there. Just then, a man comes there and tells them to stay away from the boat because this lake is quite dangerous, so don't go boating. Both of them also say, "We were just looking." From behind, Song-chen is shown who is watching them secretly. In the next scene, Song-chen sees his sister-in-law's picture and apologizes to her. "I could not save you." Actually, all the fault was his, but they had blamed Lu-en. Just then, he sees that Song-yan and Lu-en have come into their room and are saying, "You have done very wrong with us." But later we find out that this was Song-chen's imagination. After this, an emergency meeting scene is shown. All shareholders have come to the company. Song-yan is waiting with Lu-en for the doctor whose number was off, and she was not at the clinic either. Then Chen tells Song-yan about the meeting. Shareholders say that information has been leaked from your company. They suspect Song-yan's doctor, who was not attending calls. Song-chen looks at the file and says that she did not do anything, but shareholders ask to stop the Insomnia project. At night, Lu-en is sitting in her room, so she hears the sound of Song-yan's car. She looks from the window, so she sees Song-yan standing below. But we see that this was her imagination. In the next scene, a parcel arrives for Lu-en. She opens it so it was from the doctor, which contained a letter and 2 recordings. She tells Song-yan about this. As soon as Song-yan gets her message, he comes to pick her up. She sits in his car and leaves. Someone clicks their picture and sends it to Song-chen. Then, at a place, reaching there, Lu-en gives that parcel to Song-yan and also gives him recording devices, in which one was for Lu-en and the other was for Song-yan. When both listen to the recordings, both are saying the same thing: "Don't do this with the boat," with which both become sure that there was a third person with them in the boat. Next scene, Song-yan asks his dad, "When my mom was drowning, where was Song-chen at that time?" His dad asks, "Why are you asking this? You don't need to investigate your uncle." After this, we see that he and Lu-en meet the doctor. She starts their treatment. Lu-en holds Song-yan's hand. After some time, both of them start remembering everything that had happened that day. "The 3 of us were playing together. Seeing a boat there, Song-chen tells them to go boating, but they were small, so they refuse. So Song-chen says, 'How scared you both are.' Hearing their words, Song-yan says, 'No, I am not scared.' As Song-chen unties the boat's rope, a man comes there and tells them to leave from there. So these 3 hide. After that man leaves, those 3 go into the boat. Going a little further, Song-chen starts shaking the boat to scare them, so these 2 stop him. But Song-chen does not listen until the boat overturns, because of which Song-yan and Lu-en start drowning. Song-chen knew how to swim. That's why he comes to the bank. Just then, Song-yan's mom sees them and jumps into the water to save them. After the treatment, Song-yan apologizes to Lu-en. "Because of me, your childhood was so bad." Lu-en hugs him. After this, Lu-en tells that man who had stopped them from going boating. He recognizes both of them. Then he tells them every single detail of that incident. Because of the insistence of the older children, the younger children start going boating, and they drown in the water. Their mom jumps into the water to save them. She saves both of them, but she herself drowns. Song-chen, standing outside, is also hearing all these things. He does not understand what to do now. The truth he had hidden has come out in front of everyone. He thinks, will these people now throw me out of the family and hate me? On the other side, Lu-en asks Song-yan, "Have you started hating Song-chen now?" Song-yan says, "Yes." Song-chen hears this and leaves from there. He does not listen to Song-yan's further words. He says, "I hate them, but they have taken a lot of care of me for the past few years, always supported me in front of Dad. He could have become the company's CEO, but he gave me the CEO position and did not take any right for himself." Then Song-chen is shown, who sees their group photo and says, "Will all these people now leave me, for whom I sacrifice so much?" He says to himself, "Now no one will forgive me." That's why he makes a call and asks someone to make arrangements. The next day, Song-yan goes to Song-chen and says, "I have to talk to you." So Song-chen says, "I also have to tell you something. You were never capable of becoming the company's CEO." Then Song-chen tells the media people there that Song-yan has insomnia. Then Song-chen tells this to the shareholders and tempts them, saying that if you people support me, then those people also agree to support him. After this, Song-yan is shown talking to his dad. Just then, we see a flashback in which Dad tells Song-yan that Song-chen did this. He knew about this, but I did not show it to him so that he would not get depressed. After your mom's death, he had not eaten for 3 to 4 days, and you were also disturbed. That's why I let Song-chen go. Then, we are shown the meeting scene in which voting is done on who wants to see Song-yan as the CEO. One by one, everyone starts voting against Song-yan. Song-yan's dad says, "I have more shares. That's why I support Song-yan." Chizuo also votes for Song-yan. Then everyone starts voting for Song-yan, because of which Song-yan is not removed from the CEO post. In the next scene, Song-chen is packing his luggage to leave from there. Song-yan comes to him and asks him, "Where are you going?" Song-chen says, "I lied to you because I never wanted to leave you." Song-yan hugs him and says, "You are not going anywhere, and I will not let you go either." Song-chen becomes happy and then also apologizes to Song-yan's dad. So Song-yan's dad also forgives him. Then Lu-en comes with Song-yan to his mom's grave. Song-yan asks her, "Have you forgiven me?" So Lu-en says, "No, because you made me cry a lot." Song Yan says, "We should get back together." But Luen refuses him and leaves from there. After this, Song Yan does not understand what to do. Then he invites Luen for dinner. Song Yan says to Luen, "According to our contract, you should still be with me." Hearing this, Luen gets angry. Just then, the doctor comes there. Seeing both of them, she says, "I had to talk to both of you. There is an experiment in which both of you have to be together again." Song Yan says to Luen, "You shift to my house again." So Luen says, "I haven't decided yet." Then before leaving from there, she says yes to Song Yan. After this, Song Yan is waiting for her at home. When she does not come, Song Yan goes to her house where her parents first talk to Song Yan. Then Luen's mom takes her dad aside. Then Song Yan asks Luen to come with him, but Luen refuses him and goes into her room and then brings him sleeping pills and a pillow. At night, she comes outside to check on Song Yan. So Song Yan comes in front of her eating a banana. She starts falling back, so Song Yan catches her, but both fall on top of each other and Luen kisses Song Yan on the cheek. Then she goes into her room. In the morning, when she wakes up, she gets a call for audition, so she becomes happy and starts getting ready. Just then, Song Yan also comes after getting ready and says, "I will drop you off." Then he goes to drop Luen on the scooter. In the next scene, we see that Song Yan's insomnia disease has been cured. He was just acting to stay close to Luen. He tells Luen everything. So Luen says, "I knew it before, but I had to act a little to stay with you." Then both kiss. In the next scene, Song Yan has come with Luen to buy a wedding dress. Just then, Song Yan gets a call from his dad, so he quickly reaches there. Seeing Luen and Song Yan's dad talking there, both of them think that they are fighting with each other, but that was not the case. They had become very good friends. Then their wedding day is shown to us. Song Yan comes towards the stage holding Luen's hand. After both of their wedding ceremony, both put rings on each other. Then they kiss. Then a group photo of everyone is clicked there. Here, the happy ending of this drama happens.